Hello and welcome to Market House, the podcast where we talk all things Disney. My name's Caleb.
And I'm Caitlin.
And this week we talk about Hurricane Hillary.
Disneyland's Halloween food guide.
And we have a little coffee shop Disney talk. Let's dive in. All right, and this is episode number 97, bringing you another week filled with Disney dreams.
Yes, as always, welcome back, everybody. First of all, can you believe that? 97 episodes.
97.
That's insane.
It is insane. I talked to Caitlin how, like, we could just get in the groove of things, right? Like, you'll just go 4, 5, 6 weeks of just, working, doing the podcast and stuff. And then sometimes we have to sit down and remind ourselves that, like, can you believe this is now part of our life? Like, this is just like we're hanging out with our friends talking about Disney every single week. It's really a ton of fun.
That's amazing. And I'm so excited that we're so close to 100. Like, you guys, we have some amazing things planned. So definitely stay tuned because it's going to be awesome.
It is. We're actually doing a little date. We're going back to it. It's been a long time since we've done this. And we're finally just going to, like, pick up our computers, slap them in the bag, and go to a coffee shop and living up to our name, Market House, and talking about the podcast and planning and really getting into the details. So we can't wait to kind of announce what we're doing for the 100th episode and can't wait to have you guys join us for that. But before we dive into all that fun news, let's talk about our week leading up to this point. It has been so insanely busy in this household, like so busy, and all for good things. It's definitely stressful, I would say. So stressful that I think today it hit me really hard. I woke up from sleeping plenty. I got like 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
I woke up and it felt like I didn't sleep at all. I woke up with a fat headache. I felt really bad all day. We had to go to Costco, which
It was a mess.
I despise that place. I'm just putting it on the record. I don't like Costco. Yes. Do I like the prices? Do I like that I can buy things and save money? Of course. But holy smokes, it's way too overcrowded. I was telling Caitlin, we live in an area like there's like 3 or 4 major towns or cities, right? That all kind of connect with each other and we all share the same stores. And there's like 250,000, close to 300,000 people that share this one Costco.
I know, and I feel like it's getting worse too.
It's so bad. So there's plans to build another one, but you know how cities work and like a bunch of red tape. So who knows when that will be done. But it's honestly insane. We had to park in the parking lot, like 2 parking lots over because there was no parking.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird thing.
Ugh.
But one exciting thing about Costco today is they had not only Halloween decor up, but they had Christmas decor.
They did, and a ton of Disney stuff. So it's not really our style. Like, I wanted to buy it because it was Disney, but then after looking at it a long time, I was like, I don't know. Like, there's a really cool, like, Christmas village, but we don't have the room. Like, I don't know, what do you put that on?
Yeah, some people do a really great job at kind of incorporating that into their homes for around the holiday time, but I'm like, I just can't find anywhere to put it.
Yeah.
But they had a really cool, like, Christmas tree that almost looked like it was from like the Grinch. Like, I loved, but it's like massive.
That was really
you
cool.
Couldn't put it anywhere.
No.
But-
So yes, Christmas stuff is out. I mean, I'm all for it. Yeah, no, we're not in the Christmas spirit yet. It was like a 97 degrees outside. So no, it's just fun seeing it because it gets me excited
Right.
that it is around the corner. I didn't finish my thought. I was just trying to say I was exhausted. I felt like junk. We went to Costco. I continued to feel like junk. I came home and I was like, I'm sorry, I need to take a nap.
Yeah.
I woke up feeling like a new man.
I know.
I feel so good right now. So I'm taking a nap every single day. I'm committing it.
Naps are great. Let me tell you, coming from someone who takes them every day, at least 2 hours,
Yeah.
they're wonderful.
Yeah, pregnancy has done that to you. You've been taking lots of naps.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, we finished the registry. Caitlin's been focusing on that. I finally came in and helped a little bit towards the end. But let me tell you, she was right. That is stressful because everyone's got different opinions. There's about 12 different options for every single item on there. So like, which one do you get? Which one do you put on there?
Yeah.
So it's finally done. I'm so thankful. My family's helping with some of the shower stuff. And
I know. So sweet.
it's all getting put together, but it's just a lot. It's overwhelming. And it's becoming more real that we are going to be raising a child.
Soon.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And so we went to a really close friend's house last night too for dinner. And they have he's
almost 9 months.
9 months.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's adorable. But just hearing from them what life is like and, get this item and don't get this item or, whatever, that helped a ton.
Oh, yeah.
But it was insane. It was like a little window of like, this is going to be us soon.
I know. It kind of made me nervous, but like a happy nervous.
Yeah.
So
It's exciting.
we're excited.
Hey, before we dive into that news, please consider leaving a review on Apple Podcast or Spotify. It is a huge help to the show. I know we say this every single week, but we're not lying when we say it's a big help. There's a way of doing a written review on Apple Podcast and a 5-star rating, and a option over on Spotify just to do the rating part. So you can just do a 5-star, boop, click that, and that helps the show a ton. Speaking of, I think we have a new one.
We do have a review, and we are so excited. So this is over on Apple, as Caleb mentioned. So we got a 5-star rating as well as the written review titled August 14th, Ranking the Parks. And this is from Ramos Girls Gma. Another great episode, so close to 100. Thank you for always entertaining me and making me laugh. I look forward to Mondays when I can turn off the doom and gloom of the news and listen to your podcast. Looking forward to next week. That was so sweet.
Very nice. Thank you so much.
That was our whole goal with this thing, was to just create a positive, like just fun environment.
Yeah.
So that really just made me super happy. So thank you so much.
Appreciate those kind words. Thanks so much for doing that for us. And thank you to everyone who's going to do that for us soon. Hey, but you can also support the show by using our Getaway Today link to book your Disney vacation. So check out the episode description for that link. You can click there. You're going to save money, and you can save some more money by using the code MarketHouse10. Also, the newest addition to this whole supporting the show possibilities, you can actually support us over on Patreon. So if you go to markethousepodcast.com/support, I'll have it linked in the description. If you click on that link, it's going to take you to the Patreon page and show you kind of what you get over there and the little community we're building. And it's just really fun. Again, this is going to evolve over time. We've got one tier right now called the Dream Tier. And I just wrote a little article post thing about how we use credit card points to pay for our Disney vacation. So hopefully that's helpful to you guys. And again, if you want to see stuff like that, go join us over on Patreon.
Yeah, and you guys, Caleb's been killing it with the new content every week on there. So again, if you are feeling willing to and you would like to support the show, head on over there and check it out. You will not regret it.
Thanks so much. Let's get into that news. All right, for our first news story, it's taking place down in Southern California. Can't believe I'm saying this, but they are expecting a hurricane type storm to hit the state here in the next couple of days. Again, by the time you're hearing this, it would have already hit. So we're hoping, again, it's going to be old news at this point, but we're hoping it's not a lot of damage, but we have to report on this just because it's so stinking rare. Again, it's called Hurricane Hilary right now, but by the time it's hitting landfall, they're expecting it to be downgraded to a tropical storm, which is huge. It's a huge, huge deal. The last time California's been hit by a tropical storm was 1939 and has never been hit by a hurricane, which is good, of course. But that's how rare it is. This is why it's making the news. This is why everyone's talking about it. Again, all you people in Florida are like, yep, that's just another Tuesday. It's just another tropical storm. This region of the U.S. is just, we're not used to that much rain, especially Southern California, where it sprinkles for 4 days out of the year. But the ground is just super hard. It's been very hot, so everything's dried out. And they're expecting, I think, 2.5 to 3 inches of rain for a couple of days, right? Per day?
I believe so, according to Apple, but we all know how the weather is on there. So
yeah,
we'll see.
A little inaccurate, but pretty insane. So again, it's a sizable storm. May not be a hurricane when it hits, but again, enough to make the news and kind of scare some people. It's going to be a lot of rain. Disneyland is expecting to take standard foul weather precautions. So we're expecting some ride closures. Think any of the Astro Orbiter. Think Dumbo. Anything that's outside and moves will probably be closed that day, I'm assuming, because of the high winds and the amount of rain that's coming. But everything that's inside, I'm expecting is going to be running. Like Indiana Jones, all the dark rides. I think you're good.
I think so too. And again, they'll have ponchos ready for you guys. But again, just I don't know if bringing an umbrella would be smart because of the wind, but just...
Well, again, at this point, it's going to already be hit. So our recommendations don't really help. But yeah, we're hoping that everyone fares well, that nothing is damaged.
All right, for our next news story, we have some super exciting news. We have an opening date for Tiana's Palace. And you guys, I am so excited for this restaurant, and I'm so bummed that we can't be there for the opening day. But for those who don't know, Disney did a little sneak peek on Friday on Instagram, and they kind of showed the front of the building, and it looks absolutely amazing. It's going to be opening on Thursday, September 7th, which is not too far away. And I just can't be more excited. I'm so stoked for this.
Yeah, I'm super excited. It's going to be a good addition to that area of the park. I did see, I think the lights have been on at night, and it's like a beacon. Like everyone, yes, it's going to have the effect of like how insects to light. It'll be all humans, just like, musket, beignets.
It's really nice. I was looking over kind of like what Disney kind of described the ambiance as, and I love that they said you'll be surrounded by the colors of Mardi Gras as you sit at yellow tabletops on warm vanilla colored chairs with green seats in the shade of yellow and green umbrellas.
Oh, wow.
It just sounds very fancy and just like I am just so excited. I cannot wait to see the coverage on this place.
Can they come and like describe my office that way? Like the warm vanilla walls.
I love the vanilla part.
Yeah. And oak like desktop. Like, I don't know. It's so descriptive. I love it. They can describe the most boring thing in beautiful detail. It's what they get paid to do. But yeah, super excited for this. Excited to see the menu and what they have to offer there. Again, like that kind of food, not right up my alley. Again, it's usually not super gluten-free friendly, so I can't really eat it even if I wanted to. But a lot of seafood heavy. I'm not very daring when it comes to seafood, so I can do like salmon, and that's pretty much it.
Right.
So I'm excited for everyone to partake in this who like that kind of food, and we'll be watching from the corner.
Yeah, and if you're there opening day, definitely let us know how it was.
All right, and for our final news story, we are heading over to Disneyland for the Halloween food guide.
It looks absolutely delicious this year.
It looks really fun, and of course, we're missing it this year.
I know.
Of all years when the stuff looks fantastic, we're missing. But man, for you folks that are going, we cannot wait to see what you partake in. It looks like most items will be available as of August 29th or September 1st. It kind of differs. It's super confusing. They've got stuff that most, again, like I said, coming out the 29th and September 1st, but then there's stuff that comes out September 9th and stuff that comes out at the end of September. So go to Disney Parks blog just to kind of get the official release dates. If you're confused, I would be too. But again, we're going to talk about a few items here that we're excited to see and see people eat.
Yes, so starting off over at the Hungry Bear restaurant, and this food item is going to be available starting August 29th through November 9th, and it is the pumpkin churro funnel cake. This, I don't know if you guys are the same way. I love pumpkin items. I like thrive in the fall time. I'm like, give me all the pumpkin cake, the pumpkin muffins, literally everything. So right when I saw this, I'm like, we have to talk about it. But it's topped with cinnamon sugar, caramel sauce, pumpkin ice cream, and whipped topping. Again, it's one of those items that it doesn't look too over the top, but it's just enough sweetness where you're like, it's fall, even though it's 97 here.
Yeah.
So it's going to be great.
It looks good. If I could have that, I would totally eat it.
Yes, it looks really yummy.
Delish.
And then next up, we're actually going to go to Downtown Disney, and this is going to be over at Splitsville. This item is going to be available starting September 1st through October 31st in both the dining room and the bowling area. So I didn't know that they had separate items for that. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
So these are the most adorable little brownies ever, but they are ghost brownies. They are Ghirardelli brownies cut and topped with torched marshmallow fluff, chocolate drizzle, and ghostly marshmallows. And they literally have a marshmallow on top that looks like a ghost, and it looks like he's melting into the brownie, and it's the cutest thing ever.
It's a very Instagram-friendly dessert. They are very cute little ghosts, and I'm sure kids would love this item.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, my turn. We're heading over to Jolly Holiday Bakery Cafe. Wow, I've never referred to it as the Jolly Holiday Bakery Cafe.
I haven't either.
Yeah, it's his full proper name. This item is going to be available August 29th through November 9th. It is the Pecan Caramel Trifle. This is layers of vanilla bean diplomat cream. I don't know what that means. Brown sugar spiced cake and candied pecans and caramel they have a typo. They said topped with chantilly cream. Disney, fix it. No excuses. That sounds absolutely delicious. I'm not entirely sure what vanilla bean diplomat means, but vanilla bean diplomat cream.
It's like a fancy cream.
It's a very diplomatic cream. I don't know. That sounds very good. I would demolish that dessert right now. And then my next item is over at the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. It's the churro cart there. This is the coffee and donut churro. Churro rolled in coffee, sugar, and topped with coffee-infused chocolate sauce, whipped topping, and seasonal sprinkles. Come on.
That sounds I can't talk.
For all you coffee lovers, this is the perfect dessert. Again, I think the coffee would help offset the super sweetness of a churro. And so you get a little bitterness and a little bit of sweetness. That sounds very good.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they finally did like coffee infused item. Normally it's like always, like the candy, the gummy worms, like further on the Halloween season.
And I don't like that because it doesn't mix. Gummies don't mix with cakey things. That's disgusting to
I
me.
don't know. I always like it.
No, it makes for a good picture, and that's why they do it. But no,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to eat that stuff together. That's disgusting.
You don't like gummies though,
Yeah,
overall.
because it's made with like fake stuff.
Oh my gosh.
You're not supposed to eat that.
So is Butterfinger. And you like Butterfinger
That's the one thing I eat that's probably really fake.
and
But
Reese's.
yeah, okay. Well, let's stop talking about what I eat. But hey, speaking of food, there's actually a Halloween Screams dining package. This was announced as well with the food guide. This is over at the Plaza Inn. It's going to feature short rib in Cabernet sauce with bacon cheddar mash, charred scallion chimichurri, and roasted broccolini, served with hibiscus lemonade and specialty dessert. There's a kids version available as well. This is going to be available September 1st through October 31st. Reservations are recommended. It's $60 per adult and $30 per child. And this comes with VIP seating, right, for the fireworks.
Mhm, for the Halloween Screams.
That is awesome. Do you know where the seating's at? Or standing, whatever it is?
I don't. I'm assuming it's just in the front area where they have like the tables and chairs.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking because I don't think they crossed it out.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you sit at Plaza Inn while watching the fireworks.
I think so.
Got
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Because they don't really have the space like they do over at DCA for like the
Reserved
parade.
area, yeah.
So I think to my knowledge, it's at Plaza Inn in front.
Very cool. Let us know if you're going to partake in any of this, any of the good food, or the Halloween Screams dining package. We'd love to hear how it was. And that is the news for this week. All right, you know what that cash register sound means. It's time to spend some money. Caitlin, what do you have this week for Shop the Mouse with the Market House?
You guys, we are back and we have some more adorable Halloween items. I'm just so excited because these are items that I personally love to own myself. So
Great.
Caleb's like, oh gosh. First up, we have the Mickey and Minnie Mouse Halloween Countdown Calendar. Again, as you all know, Disney always comes out with a countdown around the holidays, whether it's Halloween themed or Christmas themed. This one struck my kind of just fancy because it's almost like a haunted house with Mickey and Minnie in the front. It has a little jack-o'-lantern. But the one thing that I love is the biggest complaint I hear about the countdown. I have friends who always lose the little pieces that you put in when you change the number of how many days until Halloween. You know, they're normally little blocks that you put in. So I have people who normally lose those and then you can't use your countdown anymore. This countdown is very unique because it has a turnstile in the back where you just rotate the numbers.
Oh, okay.
So it remains all in one piece. So
Okay,
again,
I'm curious. How much does this cost?
this is $54.99.
Okay.
So again, it's pricey, but it's not too crazy. I mean, they could get away with charging $70 for this thing. There's a possibility it might go on sale because it's only August, so just keep an eye out for it.
That, or I would say wait till after. I mean, if again, $55 is kind of steep, wait till the end of the season and grab it for next year.
Yes, and Caleb is correct. They do go on markdown. I think last year it went as low as $30.
They'll do 50% off the previous season stuff all the time.
Yes, usually starting around Halloween week.
It's nuts.
Because it's not going to get to you in time, so just keep an eye out for that. And then lastly, we have the new Halloween Spirit Jersey. Again, you guys have probably seen this everywhere. I love these items. They have them both for Disneyland and Disney World. The Spirit Jersey is fun. It's bright pumpkin orange. It has the Mickey jack-o'-lanterns all over it. Disney went with the really retro colored, it's blue, pink, and yellow for their Halloween theme. So that's the color of the Disneyland in the back and all that kind of stuff. But I love these items because again, it's one of those things where it's not a long season, but it's just fun to wear around the house, especially if you're like us and you can't go during the Halloween season at Disneyland.
Yeah, bring some Disney joy inside the home.
Exactly. This one is $79.99. Very expensive.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if the quality is there per se. I have a few of these and some of them I've had for literally within the past year, and they're already breaking and cracking.
Yeah, so the puffed up letters on the back on Caitlin's ordered one last year, and it already has a bunch of creases and cracks through it.
Yeah, and I'm we don't dry it, so it's just one of those things where just keep that in mind. It's not going to last you 15 years. So that's all I have.
All right. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Shop the Mouse with Market
House.
All right, and that brings us to our main segment of this week's episode, and that is how to spend an afternoon at Downtown Disney.
And we are so excited for this episode because we are big fans of Downtown Disney. I swear I could stay there every day of my life and be super happy.
We've actually made, this is kind of embarrassing to say, have we said this on the podcast?
I don't know.
We made a special trip just to go to Downtown Disney.
We did.
Yeah, so we, for our second anniversary?
Yeah, I think so because we didn't have keys at that, or APs
No,
at that
this is
time.
how, this is hilarious. So our first anniversary, we spent it in St. Louis with my family.
Yes.
Caitlin was sweet enough to be totally fine with it, but we surprised my grandpa. It was his 80th birthday.
It was.
And we flew out super kind of last minute, I feel like. And my dad had called him. We're all stuffed in this rental car. My dad calls my grandpa and says, "Hey, your gift is out on the front porch." And we all were standing there waiting to say hi.
It was such a fun story.
Yeah, he nearly fell down because he was so surprised.
Yeah.
And it was such a fun time. But yes, we happened to be there for our first anniversary. So our second anniversary, I was like, okay, we have to do something a little more fun. And again, why didn't we not have annual passes at that time?
We were taking a break for some weird reason. So we're like, let's just go down to Downtown Disney and have some fun.
Yeah, we had them for a few years. We took a break for 1 year saying okay, what is life like just going once? And we were like, I hate this. I never want to do this again. So we bought them immediately after this trip. But we went down. Yeah, right. We went down just to kind of walk around Downtown Disney for a couple of nights.
And we had a blast.
It was really fun. I mean,
Yeah.
it was sad. We were standing there at the gate, lost puppies just staring inside.
We were.
Please let me in, sir. For 4 shekels. But yes, we say all that to say, I don't know why I went on that rabbit trail. Downtown Disney is seriously a super fun area to hang out. Honestly, it's that Disneyland charm again. I love Disney Springs. Caitlin can spend 7 days at Disney Springs over at the East Coast Walt Disney World, but I am a Downtown Disney purist. I love the charm. I love the lights they have. I actually wanted to do an entire Downtown Disney
holiday overlay almost.
at our old house.
Yeah.
Because we had a ton of trees that lined the driveway, and I wanted to have those twinkle lights. Fun fact, they're a small fortune. It would have been $20,000.
It would have been. It didn't happen.
I would have had to order these custom twinkle lights that were a certain gauge. It was insane. So those ones you see at Disney, appreciate those electricians or whoever did that because those are very expensive. But anyways, Caitlin, what are you doing in your afternoon?
You want me to start?
Yeah, at your Downtown Disney, you start.
Oh my goodness, there's just endless amounts of possibilities for this. I'm so excited. But for those who don't know, I absolutely adore shopping in Downtown Disney. It's one of my favorite hobbies. And yes, it is a hobby because it is so much
pastime.
fun. Yes. So again, you can't go wrong. There's multiple stores. One of my favorites is Curl Surf. And it's actually not a Disney store. And it has a lot of Billabong, Roxy, beachy type attire.
Yeah, and I'm totally the guy that's do we really have to go shopping for non-Disney things? I'm always just let's not waste our time. We're at Disney, let's go look. I will admit, this store is super cool. I always find something that I want. It is kind of expensive, I will warn you.
Oh, yes.
But I always find a pair of Stance socks that I want there. Caitlin always finds a shirt or shorts she wants to buy. So buyer beware.
Yes.
You will find something you like.
Especially their sweatshirts that they have in the front on a cold night. Come on.
You see all these people stopping and looking at
Oh,
those.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to head there. I'm going to get a little shopping done. And then, you know what? By this point, I'm starving because Downtown Disney, it literally always smells amazing. And I just love food. You can't go wrong with eating Disney food.
True.
So for those who don't know, I'm a big fan of Tortilla Joe's. It's just a must-do for me. I love Mexican food on a daily basis. I'm pretty sure I could have it every single day. I'm going to go there, get some tacos. I love their chips and salsa. They're absolutely amazing. And if the weather is nice, I would love to sit outside. It's one of my favorite areas to sit in because you can kind of take in the ambiance in Downtown Disney. You can briefly hear kind of the background music that's playing or the construction, depending on what time of year you're going to be going. But overall, I love it. Again, like we've mentioned before, It is a pricey location, so just keep that in mind. It is downtown Disney. So the Mexican food is way more expensive than what we're all used to. I think the taco plate that we get, isn't it like $29 or something?
It's something ridiculous, but again, it's pretty good Mexican at a theme park. So you
Yes.
can't, it is what it is.
I agree. Next up, I'm going to go shopping again. This is a big oh, no, really.
Okay.
So we're going to be going to World of Disney because, again, literally the first thing we do normally when we get to Disneyland is we do go to downtown Disney and we go to World of Disney because you need to scope out all the merch because, again, you're going to pick up some ears. Are you going to get a Spirit jersey that you're going to wear the first day? It's always fun to start the trip with something new. Then after we got some shopping out of our, we got, I guess, I almost said shopping out of our belts. We got some shopping under our belts. I need a treat because for those who don't know, Sprinkles is no longer there.
Yeah, they closed that to expand one of the restaurants that's replacing Catal. Was that what it was called?
Yes.
So I'm forgetting. I don't know if it's the Asian restaurant that's coming in or that upscale Mexican
I
place
think
or
it's
something.
the Mexican restaurant.
Got it. Okay, so that's replacing. They're taking over a ton of storefront, and Sprinkles was unfortunately one of those axed out of downtown Disney. That was our go-to dessert spot. So I'm curious, where are you going?
So I'm going to go to the confectionery.
What?
Yes.
What are you grabbing?
I'm going to be grabbing the chocolate caramels because last time we got those, I fell in love because previous trips, they were out of them for some reason throughout the parks. We couldn't get them at Bing Bongs in DCA, which we normally always are able to grab them. So which is so funny because we had a couple listeners on the lookout for them to restock. Good news, they finally restocked and they are in the confectionery. And since we aren't in the parks yet, I'm going to grab those so we can put them in our bag because Caleb and I love to just grab those out and eat them throughout our Disney trip.
Yeah, they're a good little snack if you get little snacky throughout your trip. They don't melt, actually, which is nice.
No.
They're probably made out of fake chocolate.
And
but-
plastic.
Yeah, a little bit of plastic in there, but it makes it not melt.
And honestly, I love the confectionery in downtown Disney because when you, I'm sure you guys all know this, but if you go outside at the window, you can see the candy makers, all the cast members making different caramel apples. They could be making churro toffee, which also is another great dessert, which we've talked about on here before, which they sell everything in there. So it's just a great spot to grab something sweet. And then there's one last thing I want to do to finish out my little afternoon. It's technically not on or in downtown Disney, but it's in kind of the general area. I want to go get a foot massage at the Grand Californian.
Whoa!
So
You have gone over budget. There was no budget set for this
I
trip,
know.
but for some reason, I feel like this is over budget.
I just love it. I feel like it kind of counts because you can access the Grand Californian, not downtown Disney. So we're just going to run with it.
Okay.
For those who haven't had a massage or even a foot massage in the spa area at the Grand Californian, it's absolutely amazing. Caleb and I got one together our last trip, and it was just such a fun core memory.
Yeah, and I would suggest if you're considering doing this, it is called the, what is it? The Traveler's
Tenaya.
Choice?
Oh, yes. The Traveler's Choice.
Yeah, so it's the Tenaya Stone Spa. This is at the Grand Californian. Like Caitlin mentioned, you can access this via downtown Disney. And yes, it's called the Traveler's Choice Massage, and it's a 45-minute or so?
50?
50? I don't know.
Something like that.
Nearly an hour of foot massage and leg massage magic. It is so nice. They've got Disney spa music playing in the background. The cast members are amazing. Very, very sweet and fun to talk to. Again, they kind of will get the vibe if you want to talk or not. Caitlin and I love to talk, so we talked for
Yeah.
here and there, right? They just ask a random question and we just chat and learn more about them. And we actually learned one cast member, he said he does not have AC down there.
I know.
And I was like, how do you do it, dude?
He said he was dying this
Yes.
past summer. It was
Unbelievable.
crazy.
But again, got to know them a little bit more. But yes, it is a awesome experience. But I would suggest you do it at the end of your trip because you've walked the parks for 3 days straight or however long you're there. It is it's a reset for your feet. It's amazing.
It was awesome. And what's another fun fact is once you're getting a massage, they have little treats that they give you. So they had a chocolate chip cookie. They had hummus with veggies for us, cucumber water. There's tea. It's just little fun things. And of course, they're absolutely amazing because they're from Disney. So it's just a fun little touch. So honestly, I think that would be my perfect afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready for mine?
I'm so ready for
Okay,
yours.
it's a little similar in the very beginning because what else are you going to do in downtown Disney in the afternoon other than shop? And you may be asking, why just an afternoon? I think most folks, they're either going to begin their trip. Let's say they drive down, they fly in. It's a fun spot because it's free. You don't have to pay for a park day. It's kind of a waste, I would argue. Folks, if you got the money, do it. Wasted full day ticket on a half day. But most people would go, you know what? If we're flying in that day or driving, I don't want to waste a full park day. off your ticket.
Right.
So if you have a 3-day park hopper, I'm not using it on a day that I get to the parks around 7 p.m. or something like that. So we're just going to say most of the time when we fly in right after work, and we're there for a few hours, so might as well go to downtown Disney. So we're heading over to World of Disney to start it off, because let's just figure out how much I'm spending in the very beginning, right?
Yeah.
Like that way I know the tone of the night.
Okay.
Am I going to be sad because I've got no money left, or am I going to be like in a great mood because you didn't find anything in there? I'm just kidding. You're always very good about that. But no, I'm going to go in there. We're going to find a sweatshirt. We're going to find all the good stuff. And then after my session at World of Disney, which can easily be an hour because it's so dang huge, I'm going over to the Disney Home Store.
Ooh.
I'm obsessed with that place.
I forgot about that place.
Yeah. So I'm heading over there. I'm going to get some decorations for the house, maybe some spooky decorations.
Spooky.
For Halloween time. And then after spending even more money, I'm going to go to dinner at, and again, I'm cheating a little bit because it is access via Downtown Disney, but I'm going to walk over to the Grand Californian and eat at the Craftsman Grill.
That place is absolutely amazing.
Those skillet nachos will change your life. And we ate them with our best friend, Josh Damaro.
Mm-hmm.
So might as well relive that moment. But yes, I'm eating there poolside by the Grand Californian pool. Again, fun fact, you guys don't have to be staying at the Grand Californian to access this area. So don't think that it's off limits to you. Walk over there and partake in that beautiful dinner because it's very good.
And you can also get these nachos not only at the Craftsman Grill, but the Craftsman Bar, which is the poolside area.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I didn't see the differentiation.
I really wish that they would have changed the name. It's super confusing that it's the same thing.
Yeah, so the inside portion is the Craftsman Grill then?
Yes.
And the outside portion is the bar.
Craftsman Bar.
Got it. Thank you. So after that, for dessert, since Sprinkles is gone, that would have been my go-to, I'm heading over to Salt and Straw.
I knew it.
They blow out, I'm convinced they have like the Smellitzers or whatever they have. They're blowing out like vanilla ice cream smell down that alley.
And waffle cones.
It smells so stinking good. So I'm heading over there. They're very good. If you have allergies in the family, they are super, super good at handling those. Again, they're so nice. I always feel terrible when I say I have a gluten allergy. They always run back and grab a fresh scoop and a fresh tub of ice cream to scoop it out of.
Yeah, they use like a pint that they normally would sell to the public.
It's so nice.
So kind of them.
Yeah, so very nice. So just there's no cross-contamination, and they're so sweet about it. So I'm heading over there, even though they're super expensive for like a scoop of ice cream. It's kind of ridiculous. It's like $6. I'm still getting that because it's so good.
It's so good. And they have very unique flavors if you like to get a little curious or adventurous with those. Some of them I'm like, I don't know if I would try that.
They've got like, it's so gross. They have some, it's like, what is it?
I don't know. I'm going to make this up, but it's like roasted turkey and sage.
Yeah, they'll be like
Something
they'll be
weird.
like, yeah, turkey gravy and vanilla. And you're like, no.
Yeah, some people love it. Other people are like, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever had. But we love getting, is it the salted caramel ribbon?
Yeah.
Something like that. It's so good.
Very good. Very safe and delicious. Then after dessert, I'm heading over. Again, I'm stretching the definition of Downtown Disney a little bit. We're going to walk down at the very end of Downtown Disney, and we're going to go to the Disneyland hotel area.
Okay.
And I'm heading to Trader Sam's.
Oh, amazing choice.
We're going to get a drink. We're going to listen to that awesome live music, those guys on the ukulele and singing Hawaiian songs. It is such a fun atmosphere and totally worth the time. If you guys have not walked that resort area, it's gorgeous at night. So please take the time to go check that out if you haven't before. But that's my evening. It's super low key. I'm not looking to go crazy or anything. What's some other alternatives for some families? You know what? Kids would love the Lego store. That's always super full. I didn't grow up like loving Legos. I like them. But, I never connected with them for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat, but we do see a lot of kiddos in there. Again, there is over by like the monorail station, there is a pin trading area. So if you do like doing pin trading, you can pick up some new pins right there. They usually have live entertainment going on with the stage over by kind of where the Rainforest Cafe used to be, which is the Star Wars store.
Yeah, it's just another Star Wars store. It's fine.
Yeah. So again, there's multiple things that you can do. And again, there's a ton of dining locations. And sometimes like Caleb and I honestly just like to walk around and kind of sightsee.
Yeah, people watch.
Yeah. So again, not a ton to do for the littles. There's not like play structures or anything, but if you like to walk around and get a treat, it's a great area.
Yeah, and fun fact, you can actually get churros in Downtown Disney. They're not Disney churros, but they're like the California Churro Company.
Yes, they have multiple flavors, and they are like, I think they're a little bigger than the ones that you get in the park.
They look bigger.
Yeah.
So maybe a better value there.
Maybe.
But yeah, it's a fun time. Honestly, Downtown Disney is just a very fun, relaxed evening, a good way to hang out. I will warn you, if you're there in the afternoon, there's not a abundance of shade. so you will burn up out there. It gets super spicy hot. But other than that, it's a great time to kill, great area to kill some time if you've got some spare minutes at the Disneyland Resort. All right, that takes us to the end of our episode. Hey, keep an eye out for a fun little episode coming out in the next couple of weeks. We're having a close friend of the podcast come on. We're so excited to finally lock him down. Let me tell you, he's hard to get. He said he has a lawyer we have to get through, a contracts team. He's expensive. We had to pay him.
We're just kidding.
I'm just kidding.
We were so excited.
Yeah, we're so excited to have him on, but no hints yet. We're having a fun friend on in the next couple of weeks, so keep an eye out for that. And that's pretty much it. And then 100th episode, right? We're doing something special for that, so keep an eye out over on Instagram. We'll announce it there and on the podcast of what we're doing there and how you can help us kind of get ready for that special episode.
Yeah, it's going to be great, you guys.
It's going to be fun. Hey, you can find us over on Instagram at Market House Podcast and Threads at Market House Podcast if you're using that thing. Make sure to follow us over there for fun announcements and news from the parks. You can also support the show by leaving a review on Apple Podcast and Spotify. It's a huge help to the show, so thanks so much for doing that. You can also head over to Patreon, markethousepodcast.com/support. That'll be linked below as well to support the show and get some extra perks from us. Also, book your next vacation with Getaway today using the link in the description and code MarketHouse10. We'll see you next week. Love ya.
Bye.